Crypto's having a little bit of a pullback, but what does this mean? Where can we go and what should you do? Hi, my name's Devin. I've been in crypto since 2014 and I called the bottom on the day. Not only did I call the bottom on the day, but video evidence documented around $58,000. I said that Bitcoin would go to 80K before Christmas or I would shave my beard. Now, this is a move that we have been scouting and setting up and waiting for approximately 8 months now. This is what we started scouting out, and we really started getting excited around August when I thought that we started making higher lows. If you've been following me, you know, but if not, this is about the moment that I said, okay, we're about to really get out of here. I would say on the daily RSI, this is the relative strength. This shows you how hot something is relatively. We're a little bit overheated at this point, and we're due for a correction. Now, does a correction mean that the bull market is over? Absolutely not. And in my opinion, any pullbacks that we have for the next 4 months minimum, probably more like 6 months, should be bought almost without question. Realistically, Bitcoin could pull all the way back as low as $68,000, $69,000, and this would still be a continuation of a higher high and higher low. In fact, I'll tell you exactly where I think that we are in regards to the bull market. Now, on the top, we have Bitcoin, and on the bottom, we have Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin dominance is a really important metric, and what it does is it measures what percentage of the cryptocurrency market is invested in Bitcoin. Now, as you'll see, we were boring for Bitcoin, and this is the 3-day chart, okay? So meaning each one of these candles is 3 days. So for 1,500 days, we were basically at the same range for Bitcoin before we finally broke out of there. And no, this is the daily chart, excuse me. And then we finally broke out, had a big run, and had a pullback. And when we had a pullback, what you'll see is on the bottom, Bitcoin dominance started falling off a cliff. And then we got to this point right here. So this right here is the same as this. Bitcoin continued higher. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance was falling off a cliff. This moment in here, so from here all the way to here, that was when we had our true proper alt season. Okay? And what do I mean by that is any cryptocurrency that's not Bitcoin during this time frame, that's when that was absolutely ripping. Now, you'll feel the heat of the sun, in my opinion, when Bitcoin pulls back and then continues to make higher highs, which I think we're setting up for right now. I'm not even saying that we need to pull back right now, but I'm saying that at some point we will pull back. But that to me is just the setup of the actual bull market that we've been waiting for, scouting out for 8+ months. A target for the Bitcoin dominance before we actually roll over is about 62 to 63%. Right now we're at 60%. People thought that this was going to have us rolling over, but it did not. And it was a continuation going higher. So that means that the money is still flowing into Bitcoin. Now, this chart is not everything, but this is a generally how cryptocurrency works. Bitcoin flows into the large market caps, which are like your blue chips, like your Ethereums, your XRPs, your ADAs. Those flow into the mid caps, into the low caps, back into Bitcoin, back into fiat. There's also meme coins, which you would throw in here as well. But generally, this is how the market works. And in my opinion, we're still in the fiat flowing into Bitcoin phase. And Bitcoin is not necessarily the play. If you haven't been accumulating into Bitcoin, in my opinion, we are very quick, fast, in a hurry, approaching upon our last moments in this market. So any dips from now until the next 4 to 6 months should be bought almost immediately. And then after about 4 months, we're going to reconvene and see what the market has been, shows what the market is showing us. Now, there's a lot of new crypto influencers, and that's fine. But if they were not here in the trenches during the worst of it, do you want them leading you in the best of it? That's a question for you to answer. What should you do? You should dollar cost average and follow me for more. You savages.
Damn hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy
hustling,
Ski.
hustling.